Greetings and welcome to Mind Over Number. I am Karanda, spiritual coach, intuitive reader, and numerologist. Clear my space and I set my intentions with the divine for this Life Path 44 reading. If you don't know how to calculate your life path number, just add the single digits of your birth year to the single or double digit of your birth month and add that to the single or double digit of your birth date. If you are unsure on how to calculate your life path number, make sure you subscribe to the channel to get notified when I post numerology-based videos. Now, my expertise is grounded in esoteric and Pythagorean numerology, so if you want to learn more about how I reveal the layers of energy behind that single digit vibration, check out the numerology info playlist where I upload all those videos. Your life path is just one of many numbers when it comes to your full numerology chart. Other numbers in your name numerology also hold a significance, such as your soul urge number, your personality number, your expression number, other numbers like your maturity number, your hidden passion number, your pinnacle and challenge numbers, your period numbers, your personal month and year, your entire life cycle can be mapped out energetically through the divine triangle blueprint. If you would ever like a personal numerology or tarot reading from me, all my information is in the description box below this video. With my little spiel out of the way, let's go into it. Life Path 44s. Those who share the energy of 44 also resonate underneath the frequency of 8. Now, the thing with master numbers is that you can fluctuate between the higher vibration and lower vibration because it is a testing path. So at times, or depending on the circumstances, you may not need to be in that dualistic identical digit for energy, or depending on where you are in your journey, you may resonate more with the 4 energy than you would with the 8. But 8 overall is your life lesson, which is to learn how to handle power and control dynamics. But 44s do it through the energy of 4. And 4 is about being practical, right? Being grounded. And 44s are very excellent when it comes to problem solving, which is why they're called the master builders, okay? So you are probably someone who grew up a lot, playing with Legos, perhaps. Dealing with puzzles, you like figuring things out. Maybe you took apart the remote control just to see if you could put it back together. All right, that is 44 energy. So 44 struggles sometimes with stress, being disappointed. Okay, this perfectionism energy can cause frustration and lead to health issues. So that is the life path of 44. If this is not your reading, you may want to check out the life path 8, as there could be messages there for you as well. But this is specifically for you, 44. All right, I'm ready. So let's get set and go. All right. The energy of this reading is brought to you by 1. Okay. I'm going to attempt to get 1 cube out of my zodiac bag to help give you confirmation for this reading. Always take what resonates for you and leave what does not. Don't make any part of this message fit, but if it does, take it as a sign of synchronicity to pay attention. Now, these could be your sign or the signs of someone you're dealing with, or just significant energies for this message. We have 1 rolling out, which is that initiation energy, right? New starts, new beginnings. It's also the number of innovation, right? Creativity, trying to think above new creative ideas and original ways of thinking in order to move forward. We got Pisces falling out here. And Pisces is the zodiac of intuition, of fertility. It is very, psychic energy. It's also emotionally sensitive at times as well. So that could be significant. So what do you need to know right now, 44s? This message, of course, can resonate at any point in time, just whenever it gets to you. Because the past is a bunch of memories. Okay, it's not a destination. You cannot go there. And the future is always determined by what you do right now. So what's going on right now, 24s? Communication with the birds coming out there. You have a 12 on the card. The 12th month or the 12th day of any month could be significant. The life path 3, the 3rd day or the 3rd month. Now, the energy of 12 is about perspective. It's also an energy of completion. The 3 behind it speaks about coming together with others, right? It's a communion energy. So something could be significant about your community right now, your environment, realizing that something is no longer working for you, or we're needing to change our mindset about where we currently are. We have the 7 of Diamonds on this card as well, and that speaks about the effort or time that we've put into something and trying to see or figure out if it's actually going to grow into anything long term. The birds, okay? The birds, this card itself, is about approaching news. A new period, okay? Matching that one energy. Feeling of leaving the previous stage. It could also talk about a nervous mental imbalance, okay? Because whenever you're trying something new, it can be a little hectic. If this is about romance, we could be getting news about a partner's feelings. If this is about career finances, we could be getting a new source of income, starting some new agreements, starting a new job, starting new contracts, or we could be leaving behind a previous source of income and getting a new one. All right, it's that transitional energy, that travel energy, that caught between two stages being. That's what I'm feeling. Well, let's see. First, we're going to get the character oracle, and then we'll clarify with the tarot to see what you need to know right now. What do my 44s need to know right now? You are in this new energy. After leaving behind a previous situation. Alright. What's going on in the current space? One card for the current energies for 44. We got singer, resonance, moving hearts, harmony, emotion, and performance. What's being hidden right now? What's going on behind the scenes? What's being hidden for 44s in this energy? We have a gambler, risk taker of fate, speculation, addiction, debt, and fortune. What is the block? What is the challenge? Okay, more than one. The main challenge, okay? The main block. We got a criminal. Well, damn. Transgressor of justice, prison, parole, discipline. Okay, now this criminal card could also represent someone who needs to get more disciplined, get more grounded, okay, get back to themselves, okay, cut off contact with multiple people and get back in touch with their own inner knowing. This could be the challenge for us right now, or something related to the justice system. As we got this gambler falling out here, but of course we'll clarify that with the tarot. A message from your higher self. Madman. Inverted though. Embracer of madness, frenzy, chaos, unruly, and possession. So the message is to release something that has us in our heads right now. Next best course of action for 44s. Okay, what should they do next? What should my 44s do next in this energy of resonance? Diviner. Seer of the unseen. Foresight, insight, cosmic connection, and one final card to wrap this up. Final outcome. Captain. Navigator of destiny. Voyage, leadership, decision making, objective. Okay, Capitan. Now that you could be hearing songs or getting synchronicities or messages right now that have you thinking about someone, okay, or in this singer energy. Or we could be having strong emotions or feelings right now towards someone. Clarify singer. We are spying. Page of Swords, okay? This could be, that little spying, the checking someone's social medias, looking to see if they tapped in Facebook or if they read their Instagram stories. I don't know. Is that a thing? I'm not much of a social media person. The Page of Swords could also be a child who is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If not, we are in this Page of Swords energy, which is someone who is just exploring a way to communicate an idea, a thought, a message. All right, they want to reveal the truth of their intentions here, but they're trying to figure out a way to start. Clarify Gambler. What do we need to know about this risk taker? Okay. The Tower. The Tower is Mars energy. You want to look at your Mars placement. That's the energy we embody when we are being called into action. Okay. So what we don't see is that a belief that we're holding is being challenged right now. Okay? And the universe is putting things out there, right? We're being guided into situations that are going to challenge this belief right now that is not built in truth. One more card to clarify the Tower here. King of Wands. This could be an older masculine fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. This could also be a boss, a manager, a leader, right? This could also be someone who um, has a public persona, right? They're seen in a lot of people, seen by a lot of people. Um, they're very outgoing, very outspoken. So that's why you'll see a King of Wands in some sort of role that requires them to be up front and center. But some sort of belief we have about this King of Wands energy is coming down. Or this could even be your energy if this is another person. Right? The King of Wands is someone who's very confident, who's very self-assured, who knows what they want and goes for it. Goes for it. Okay, they are willing to take a chance. So maybe we're needing to stand in our power, stand in this King of Wands energy. But what is blocking us? What's up with this criminal? The Chariot reverse. Okay, we're not taking action. So that's it. One more card. Clarify this Chariot reverse. We're lacking confidence. Okay, that's what it is. Oh, my. One card, clarify the Chariot reverse. We have the Sun. Yeah, all I'm getting is that because we spend a lot of time alone, we could be lacking the confidence to really step forward and communicate our feelings here. You know, we're needing to be more optimistic about taking action towards something. But we could be stuck due to maybe distance or time or even something to do with transportation. Clarify madman here. The moon. Our own subconscious triggers, our own thought patterns. Everything that we keep to ourselves that we don't want to reveal. You know, it's like we're afraid of being seen by someone who we have strong feelings for. Okay? The moon is Pisces energy. One more card for this moon here. Eight of Pentacles reverse. Okay? Procrastinating, constantly putting something off, even though we know that those feelings aren't going anywhere. Okay? It's like we want something to be perfect, but you're already perfect. And so we keep going over and over and over on something to the point where it doesn't even make sense, right? We got this madman in reverse. We're trying to make sense out of our feelings instead of allowing them to flow, right? You can't think through emotions. right? You have to feel your emotions to know what they are. But if you're not feeling them, you won't know how to express them or where they're coming from. Clarify diviner here for next steps. Strength. Allow yourself to be seen. Strength speaks to courageous action. Okay, it's also about tempering your emotions, your fears, your own limitations, right? The lion represents pride, right? It's ego, it's a very strong energy, but this angel's like, you're not as strong as you think you are, right? Because if you can't tell me how you feel, that's your weakness. And this angel here is exposing that lion's weakness, which is pride, right? Allowing fear to control their emotions instead of moving forward in love and compassion, which is the energy of the little angel here. One more card. Six of Swords. Get out of this mental conflict that we created. This grief, this shame, this feeling of guilt for whatever it is we feel we don't have. When the person who we care about is not going to care about those things, they're going to care about us on a soul level, right? Someone who is meant for us is going to care about us because of who we are as an individual. Not for what we have, not for how much we make, not for what we look like. None of that really matters. They're going to be attracted to you because there's a meeting of the minds, right? There's a soul calling there. And it's not going to make sense on the surface. It's not going to make sense on paper. It won't make sense to your friends and your family. Okay? Because it's not for them. It's not a path for them. This person isn't coming into your friend's family, coworker, just life. They're coming into your life. And it's going to take time to adjust and get to know this person. Of course. Right? Everybody has their quirks. Everybody has their kinks. Okay? But you have to jump into that boat and be willing to go on that ride. Final card. Captain. Navigator of your own destiny as the final outcome. Hermit. Now the Hermit sheds light, right? It's Virgo energy. The Hermit is that wise elder, okay? They have traveled the world. They've met a lot of people. They've been to a lot of places. They have a lot of knowledge and experience and insight. So they go off to truly reflect and get to know who they are, but they hold up the light on the past experiences that they had so that people can find them when they need to find them. Right? The Hermit is holding a wand. They're able to create and manifest at will. I think a lot of people miss that about the Hermit. Right? The Hermit is the magician who's retired now. So they got nothing to prove to nobody. If you need me, you know where to find me. All right? But I'm not here to prove anything. I don't have to prove anything. I know what I've done. I know what I've been through, okay? I'm the captain of my own ship here. I make my own choices, do my own thing outside of the, what's it called? Society? Yeah, society. Right? They're in the woods, okay? They're living off the land. They know how to be self sustaining and sufficient. That's the message here. What you got to say, Rebel Deck? Okay. Make it rain. Flip it out reverse. Issues going down with your job. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or effing quit. Time to let go. Move the F on. All right. Yeah, so what I'm getting is that where we're at right now, whoever connected to, if this is related to a job or even a past connection, is we're really needing to get connected back to ourselves, back to our passions, back to the truth here. Right? If travel is an issue, then perhaps it's time to find a position that's going to be in a closer distance to where you need it to be. If this isn't about transportation related to our work, right, we could need to take a risk and a chance in a new profession, even. But there's something here that is keeping us stuck about our beliefs, about what we need to do in order to make something work. Whatever we've invested our time and energy into isn't producing any results because the land, the foundation, isn't strong enough to sustain the amount of growth that we want right now. So, one final card. 44. We got a 9. Okay, 9 is that number of integration, of completion. The ninth month or the ninth day of any month can be significant. The life path 9. 9 is that number of the hermit. It's reflecting on the past, going through many challenges and obstacles and coming out better on the other side because we understand now what we no longer want. Or we had enough of what we don't want to know what we do. I'm inspiring, is what's on the card. I am inspiring to those around me, even when I don't realize it. When I am welcoming, kind, and giving towards people, it inspires them to respond to me the same way. I am inspiring. Take inspired action is the message I have for you right now, 44s. So if any of that resonated with you, please like the video. If it did not, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you for joining me, and I love you. Toodles.